So, Polaroids in 2020. Well, my experience with Polaroids only dates back to 2018. The first Polaroids that I ever shot were these Polaroid original black and white hard frame, color frame film. As you can see, it has some bright colors that contrast with the monotone image. The images themselves are of the OTR area. Oh, there's a bug in the frame. The OTR area in Cincinnati. I took it on expired film day, and it was a coincidence because I actually didn't know this film was 2 years expired. You can see, even in that time, the negative degraded a tiny bit. You can see there's the top of these three images, there's a loss of emulsion. And that's a big problem with Polaroids, the new type and the old type. Because being in 2020 and the last Polaroids produced about 10 years ago, it's going to be very hard to find any usable Polaroids today that are of the old kind. As you can see right here, I have a pack of Polaroid 600 Platinum film. This is the results produced after shooting it with my SLR 680. As you can see, there's a lack of image because Polaroid itself has dried up. The developer inside is rock hard and it doesn't function as it's supposed to. I don't know for sure if that's the only reason why these failed. I also believe that something has to do with the emulsion of these things. Maybe it's just not the developer being spread enough. I tried a pack of Polaroids that I bought that were from 2009. You can see these produce some interesting results. Again, I don't know for sure if it has to do with the developer not being able to spread because of how old it is, or the emulsion itself actually stripping away. I don't really know for sure because as you can see these up close. The part with the image actually looks like it's elevated off this kind of green background. Now, I did have a few successes with this film, and I wouldn't recommend it to people who want solid pictorial results. That's what the Polaroid originals are for. But if you're an expired film experimentalist like I am, you could try a pack and see the hand you get dealt. But this is one of the images I produced. The first Polaroid of the pack. And the reason this is so special is because this was taken in Goddard, Kentucky, a very long way where I reside currently. And it's really cool because something Polaroid that was produced, expired in 2009, probably produced a year earlier, but something that long, expires so quickly, survived in a medium that I could sort of shoot today is very impressive. Yeah, but this is basically my only image from the pack that didn't get messed up, because if you would notice that the dried developer inside of these, you can see this one, it's not that bad. It rolled out a little, but on this one it's solid. But what's so bad about it is when these try to go through the rollers in the camera and it has a hard time spreading it out to all of the image, it ends up getting stuck and not being able to eject. And sometimes it double feeds, and then it really gets stuck. So trying to shoot this, you lose a lot of images because they get stuck in the camera. And the only way to get them out, at least on my camera, you have to open it, and you have to slide the negative out. Once you've where am I? You can see you have to take this out. See, and then you would slide the negative out because it comes out the top right here. But once you put it back in, well, it's not doing it right now, but the battery might be dead on this one, this pack. But what it normally does is it removes the cover. There you go. The battery's probably dying because it's like 10 years old, the battery and the pack. But it shoots out this little card here that protects against the light, and if this card isn't there, it'll shoot out one of your images, and you lose an image in the process. So it's a gamble. I was only able to produce 1 1/4 images with the rest of the pack, as I could show you. Put this back up. Display purposes. Let's see. I tried taking some self-portraits because that's not something I normally do, but because the film was so special and it was a hassle to get the image to actually come out and it kept getting stuck, I decided to not mess with it and got her. So I ended up doing this at my house. You can see it produced a very interesting result with how the developer was able to spread. This image actually got a lot of the space there. You can see all the images, they always tend to have a pattern. Usually they're missing these sides right here. You can see this one is too. Have like I'd say like a double peak at the top. And you can see these two are similar in how the developer spread. And I also noticed that it also tends to pool in the right corner, like this. So, yeah, I really like these images. Not because they're particularly good; they're very orange. I think they kind of fit the aesthetic of this. Because they're like remnants of an image from a time of cataclysm, apocalypse. But I enjoyed it a lot, shooting it. I mean, I only paid like $5 in total for it. That includes shipping, so. I haven't actually gotten to buying like new packs of color film from the Polaroid originals. There's 2 less shots in it, and it costs like almost like $20. I buy it on eBay, so it's a little cheaper. But I don't know. I really love this camera though. It's like one of the best, or probably the best Polaroid camera ever produced. And I know coming from me that's not a lot, because I've shot like about like a pack and a third worth of film on it, but the camera itself has the SX80 doesn't have an electric flash, so this thing does. This one actually has sonar too, sonar autofocus. The one downside is that if you're taking pictures in the mirror, it'll detect the mirror plane and not the light like behind it that's being reflected. But not a lot of people take pictures of mirrors, but it's interesting. It has a manual focus, obviously, right here. I think it's cool. Seeing through the viewfinder, you can see right here is a little bit finicky. I gotta say. I'm pretty sure all these components are glass. Yeah, they're glass. But I don't know if it's just my eyes are bad or something, but even when this thing is perfectly focused, it still seems like, I don't know if there's like diopter settings or something, but it still seems like kind of out of focus, and it's really finicky because you put your eye up to it, like there's not enough. Like if you don't have it like straight on looking in there, your eye is touching it, then it'll get obscured by black. But I mean, I don't really care because it's an autofocus camera most of the time, unless you're using manual focus. And the manual focus, I don't really use unless I'm taking a mirror shot, so like it did for the self-portraits. So yeah, I really like the viewfinder part though. I have a regular Polaroid camera that has just the range finder, like crappy plastic viewfinder, and I definitely prefer this over that. I'm not an expert on these things either, but you can see this one's really cool because it can like folds into like a brick. There's no cases on the market for this. I mean, obviously it's an old camera, but it's an odd shape. It fits really well in my big medium format camera bag on like one of the side pockets, but you need to make yourself like a custom holster or carry bag for this thing because it has the big bar part on the top that takes up a lot of room. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. The leather on here is age damaged pretty badly. You can see the tripod right here, tripod socket, I kind of messed up the leather because the tripod that the camera's actually on right now, I'm using like a Mamiya parallax thing. It gives it like an extra inch, but that's just because it tightens in the camera better. And it was part of the medium format kit that I haven't used yet. But it has like a screw peg on the bottom that like pushes into the camera. I think it's supposed to like lock with the Mamiya, I don't know how to say it, camera. But it punctured the leather on that. I figured I had to screw it down so it doesn't stab my digital camera. But yeah, I could show you some of the other Polaroids. I'm gonna tell you they're literally all this olive green. The ones of like really partial messed up images are the ones that from the 2009 pack that actually kind of worked. I tried to hand roll some of them with like a rolling pin. it didn't really work that well. See, this one has like a really tiny piece on the bottom. And these are all They're all garnished. I tried messing around, putting some like bleach on these to see if they could be used for like alternative process. But the bleach kind of fades. I probably didn't keep it on there long enough, but it's just, apparently no, these are good for. Unless you can try to develop it. I had when I put black and white developer on, and it didn't do anything. I don't really know the composition of the developer in these things, but who knows? It's a mystery to me. But wouldn't it be cool if you could develop a Polaroid like color developer? I have some Eastman color negative developer I could try, but I would involve buying a pack and then trying to do this. So I don't really know about that yet. This is kind of just turning into a video about me talking about Polaroids, but I saw the other day on eBay, there's a pack of Polaroids that are Polaroid 331. I couldn't find that much info about it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Yeah. Polaroid 331 autofilm, black and white. 2 packs, 20 photos. And it says it's 4x5 by 4.2 inches. And I mean, this is going to be abysmal to see. I'll just put it up on the screen. But, yeah, that's odd. It would only cost like $7 total. I mean, I don't know. I could probably make myself like a cardboard camera, since I have the large format brass lens. I could make some crappy thing to expose them on if I really wanted to. And I roll them out with a rolling pin or something. I don't know. But I couldn't find any camera or information on that at all. I mean, they're probably really dried up. I'd probably be paying a scam. Oh, it says video image recording instant autofilm, ISO 400, not the 600. That's normal of the Polaroid. And I think this is 2001. Yeah, so it's probably dead, but it might be worth a try. So tell me in the comments if you've had any success with your own expired Polaroids. I know I don't have the greatest selection of actual Polaroids, and I know some of the pack films and the other types last longer than these do. So yeah, tell me if you've ever shot any. And I know 5-10 years ago, the Polaroids that were a few years expired still worked really well. And they just be really orange, kind of like this. As you can tell, like they all have the telltale like fog lines of this, and fog lines. See, that's another Polaroid mystery. Why do they create fog lines? Like, there are always these bands of fog. And I don't know if they didn't future-proof it or what, but you can see this was shot indoor, so it's kind of more orange than needed. But it also has some fog lines. And then it's really bad one right here also has fog lines. So, I don't know. Might be a flaw in the cartridge, how it's made. I don't think they expected people to use them after expiry date. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Or like skipping through it or whatever. I don't really know what you're doing. I kind of want to make this a routine thing about camera stuff, whatever crosses my mind. Because, you know, I like doing those creative videos and stuff. I think they're cool. Every time I get a sunny day, because it's really rainy. Yeah, ants are crawling over me, and the sun is going down. So. I bought a VHS camera, VHS-C. It's Panasonic, and that'll probably be the subject of my next video once it arrives. So, look forward to that, guys, and I'll see you later. I did that all in one take. I was really having trouble with it. I guess this just kind of worked out.